This presentation is a mid-semester reflection on the course Basic Principles of Nutrition. My name is Miranda Birmingham. I'm a sophomore at Manchester University. My major is exercise science and concentration, and I am also on the women's soccer team. Throughout this semester, there have been many interesting facts of nutrition and how to maintain a healthy diet. I'm going to touch on the things that I thought portrayed most to me. For me as an athlete, it was very interesting to hear that an athlete's diet is not all that different from an average diet. In an athlete's diet, it's recommended to have less protein and less fats. I found this very interesting because from high school, I always believed that an athlete needs more protein in their diet to maintain the proper muscle tone that is used when exercising during practice or a game. However, we learned in our class that protein, while it gives off energy and it does help stabilize muscle, it's not all that efficient for an athlete's diet. Something that is more helpful in an athlete's diet is carb-rich foods. This would include pasta, grains, and wheat. This helps an athlete because carb-rich foods give a lot of energy to an athlete. The estimated energy requirement for me, as I calculated, is 2,371.18 calories per day. I found this very interesting because even though I practice 2 hours a day during season and off season, it's about an hour workout, I never believed that I would need that much calories to maintain my average body weight. Another fact that I found very interesting was how much a plant-based diet can affect your health. After looking at the film Forks Over Knives, it showed that people going off a regular American diet and onto a plant-based diet are more likely to lower their blood pressure and cholesterol than those who stay on an American-based diet and just exercise more. During the film, the subjects also were able to cut off their medication. Many of these subjects were put on medication for their increase of blood pressure and cholesterol. But after 6 weeks of being on the diet, many people found results in completely cutting off their medication from their doctor. One of the most interesting diseases covered in this course, is called celiac disease. This disease is an autoimmune disorder, which means that the body is attacking itself, and the antibodies in your body are attacking your organs instead of helping. In this disease, gluten is the main cause that leads to damage of the small intestine. People with celiac disease are unable to eat wheat, rye, and barley. They are just not unable to eat it, but if they eat a food that has been cross-contaminated with wheat, rye, or barley, that will also cause them to be very sick. People with celiac disease, their small intestine is damaged by the villi on the small intestine. Instead of standing straight up, they tend to bend down after one consumes gluten. The villi in the small intestine aids in nutrient absorption. So when it's not standing straight up and it's bent down, they're unable to absorb nutrients, and and a person with celiac disease will become very sick from this. The only treatment for celiac disease is a very strict gluten-free diet. Whitney Cottle, who came to talk to our class, was diagnosed when she was 35, which surprises me because she's been going her whole life eating gluten and going fine, and now she has to completely turn around her life and find a new diet that won't cause her to be sick every day. Only after a few months in this course, I have found ways that I would like to improve my own personal health. One way is to drink more water. As an athlete, water is essential to perform properly and get the best nutrients for my body. Other ways that water can help you is it helps your skin. It cleanses out your digestive system, it flushes out waste and bacteria, and it's essential for proper circulation of nutrients. The body's transportation system also relies on water. And when someone is dehydrated, then the body cannot perform properly. Another factor I'd like to include is that I would like a more colorful plate, so to speak. At meals, it's hard to get the proper nutrients when you're going from class to class and only have a few minutes to eat. So to improve my nutrients and health, I would like to be more aware of putting fruits and vegetables and proper grains on my plate. One thing I eat a lot of that would probably be good to go back on is cereal. Cereal is an easy food to have at meals where you don't want to go out and buy something and you just want to quickly get a meal in. But cereal has excess sugar and refined carbohydrates. It's also, many of the cereals are a false advertisement for whole grain. Within my family, there are many health issues that I should be aware of. One is the fact that my family is very linked to cancer, and the most recent one is my aunt. She recently died of breast cancer a few months ago. She was a very healthy woman. She was even on an organic diet when her second round of cancer came back. And it shows that even on a healthy diet and having a healthy lifestyle, there's the fact that cancer can come into a family and change your life for many different ways. Another health problem is heart and cardiac problems. One of my grandfather died of a heart attack when I was younger. It was the third one he had. He was not in the best of shape, and he did smoke and drink. However, it shows on my dad's side that there are heart issues that I should be aware of. And on my mom's side, my grandfather had a time when he had a lot of clogged arteries. He was a more healthy man, and this happened just out of the blue. So to be aware of your family's history, it will really help with all the problems in the future. Some constraints that I have noticed as being a college student in my diet are both individual and environmental. In the individual, as a college student, there are many ways that I'm limited on food and money. You either eat at the cafeteria or you go out and buy something. And as a college student paying for tuition, going out is not always the best option. For the environmental, there are very limited food choices on campus. There's basically 4 places where you can eat, and there's not always the most nutritious meals during that time. So the best thing that I could do to fix these constraints is to broaden my horizon of things that I'll eat. So maybe next time I'm at the Union, I'll decide that I want to try the mystery meat instead of just blowing it off. And that is my mid-semester reflection on the course Basic Principles of Nutrition.